Ooh, we live. We live. What's going on, everybody? Happy, what's the day? Wednesday, August the 6th. It is 12:21. I know I'm a little bit early. A little bit early, man. I'm feeling pretty good. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. Got a little bit of back. There we go. Shit. How about that thing? God damn. Shit. Look, shout out to the Atlanta Falcons, man. Went to the training camp, got my ball signed. I got a lot of signed shit behind me. Got my cap signed. I'm gonna fill this motherfucker up though throughout the year, and most likely, whenever I get the opportunity to go back to training camp, man, let me just sit this right for right now. But we're gonna talk about some football today. We're gonna talk about a lot of shit today. A whole bunch of things has happened since I've been off. Sorry if I'm wet. I just got back from the gym as well. Yo, what's up, Random? I just got back from the gym as well. So excuse me if I look a little rough. But I got some interesting things I want to talk about today. Number one, and I know y'all seen the thumbnail. You know what? I'm not some type of guy that just randomly pick up shit. But me and my wife went out yesterday. Hey, what's up, sunshine? And I gotta catch up on your live stream. I seen that you are back live stream. I gotta catch up on your stuff. I've been busy, but I'm gonna check that out. Welcome back. Um, Me and my wife went out yesterday. Yo, what's up, Dante? And just shopping. They opened a Five Below up by the house, and I don't shop at stores like that. Normally, I'm at the mall and shit. My wife said, "Hey, let's go to Five Below, see what's going on." Right? Everybody been giving it a buzz. Went to Five Below, did a little bit of shopping, got some items, nothing too substantial, and came across. I didn't know they even make these, right? Dragonball Z and drinks. And listen, I'm an energy drinking guy. I like Monster Zero Sugar, but I am starting my cut, guys. I'm gonna start cutting some weight. And boy, this ain't no damn sugar bomb. It's zero fat, of course, zero cholesterol. It got some sodium, so some electrolytes in here. Total carbohydrates, 42 grams. That's up there, especially considering what you might be eating throughout the fucking day, right? There's 39 grams of total sugar. And then they got no vitamin D, of course, 1 milligram of calcium, no iron, 67 milligrams of potassium, niacin, 13 milligrams, 1.4 milligram of vitamin B6. They got a little bit of B12. I'm going to drink this on camera. There's a bleach one. Now, I worked out for over 3 hours a day, so I sweat out a lot. Deplete a lot of sugar stores. I even got a protein cookie here. I love these protein cookies, but this also has a lot of carbs in. So I'm about to carb up because I'm doing some more cardio here in a little bit. And I'm gonna talk about that here shortly. But I just want to see how high I'm going to get. Appreciate you, Sunshine. I just want to see how high I'm going to get with this Flying Nimbus drink in real time. Give you my honest opinion about this energy drink. Don't drink this if you're diabetic. It's a lot of sugar in here. It's a lot of shit in here. It's blue. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to slowly sip on that. It got 100 milligrams of caffeine. So my cup of coffee is a lot stronger than that. But listen, first things first, I want to start with the Dragon Ball rumors. I'm gonna get Dragon Ball out the way because I'm gonna transition to some WWE. It's beef in the fitness industry, mainly concerning Greg Doucette. I'm gonna talk about the NFL, and if I have enough time, I'm gonna talk about some fitness stuff that I'm currently working on, and what I plan on launching my channel. God damn! Look, Lenny and Larry's cookies are pretty damn good. Give them a try. Let's talk about the Dragon Ball rumors. Fuck, I'll hold it. There's talks once again that Super is getting ready to make a triumphant comeback. Now, I haven't heard anything on legitimate sites, so take this with a grain of salt. This is chatter amongst the people that think they know. But there is some interesting choice of words being used. Let's put it that way. So, rumor has it that Super is supposed to come back in 2026. Okay, there's this big thing going on with Toei and who owns the rights to Toriyama shit, and just a lot of he say, she say. Can't nobody figure the fuck out bullshit. Now, of course, the fanboys, they've been up in arms. Oh, what's up, Scholar? They've been up in arms, okay? Saying that Dragon Ball needs to come back because it deserves to come back. Because they're tired of seeing One Piece. And I'm gonna be blunt with you guys. I'm gonna be just real honest. I think because of the disappointment that Daima was, it was very disappointing, guys. That I don't believe that Super should come back anytime soon. I really don't. Exactly, Scholar. Exactly. Daima sucks. Let me just be blunt. Hey, what's up, Brandon? What's up, man? Good to hear from you, man. I'll be coming home. I know you know my aunt passed this past week, so I will be flying in this weekend for her funeral. But it's always good to see you pop up into my chat. Guys, Brandon and I are brothers from different mothers, put it that way. And not really, but you know, we've been friends for over what, Brandon? 25, 26 fucking years, almost 30 fucking years going on. Yeah, so it's always good to see a brother that just knows me pop in the chat. So it's a good thing, man. But anywho, back to what I was saying. Daima sucks. Oh, and by the way, once again, everything is 26 years. That's what I thought. Everything is canon. But we're not going to harp on that. Daima sucked ass, and I know that was Toriyama's baby, his vision of GT, but it sucked ass, right? It was horrible. They told a story that really continued the Majin Buu saga after Majin Buu got annihilated. Here we all thought it was going to be the Supreme Kai coming out party with his siblings fusion to overthrow the demon realm. But then we find out the Supreme Kais and the Burrow and them were kind of like kinfolks, which will explain in Dragon Ball Z why the Supreme Kai and the Burrow kind of had a tumultuous relationship. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. They teased us with fusion. We never got that. We got Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta that we should have got. Scholar said this back when Beerus slapped the shit out of Bulma, okay? Then they give you Super Saiyan 4 Goku for nostalgia purposes. Hey, I was getting to that, Scholar. Now listen. If Daima wouldn't have made Goku and them kids, listen to what I'm about to say, okay? If it wouldn't have made Goku kids and the villains was actually fucking worth praising, then the success of Daima, because it was a fucking flop. That's right. The success of Daima probably would have invigorated and rejuvenated, in revenue, of course, the need for Super to come back. A lot of people got turned off from Daima. And I know you diehard fans don't want to hear that, but that is the truth. Daima sucked. Compared to One Punch Man's about to come out, compared to some of the anime that's floating around on Netflix and Hulu, like the Fable, like you got shit like that floating around. And then not One Punch Man, One Piece is still out there, and I haven't even tried to watch One Piece because after so long, an anime goes stale. So I'm not even gonna try to sit there and watch Lupien's game for like 2,000 episodes. Ain't gonna fucking happen. But if Dragon Ball can't even beat One Piece, then it doesn't deserve to come back. There was even talks, guys, that Boruto did better than Daima. I just want you to let that sink the fuck in. Okay? Then you got the old ass Goku voice actor. That would have been even better. Then you got old ass fucking whoever the Goku voice actor chick is, about to be 90 years old. A lot of those actors are old, and they want some of this. A lot of this to keep fucking yelling and shit. I think Super needs to wait. I believe the manga should come back and finish telling the story. I think the manga needs to come back. I think the anime needs to just to hold the fuck off. Because if it does come back, is their production gonna be good? Is it gonna be like the best of the best anime wise with the animations, or are they gonna use some off-brand shit? You know, like how they did like the first few episodes of Super, look like some fucking who calling me? 1 second, guys. 1 second. Some people need to just stay in their own fucking lane when it comes to fucking family situations. I'm gonna leave that alone. That was one of them calls, you know, like who the fuck changed that? Anyway, I digress. Daima was a steaming pile of tick turd. Okay. It was a steaming pile of monkey crap. All right. It was a steaming pile of pig shit. And by the way, YouTube, thank you for getting everybody their freedom of fucking speech back. Because I can let it fly, motherfuckers. I can let it fly. So if cursing offends you fucks, don't come over here because I can finally be free like a bird and just say what I want and be myself without having to watch certain words now. I can kind of just say what I want. With that being said, Super need to wait. Bring back the manga. See if people are interested in the manga. Because right now, and I think they're doing this too, Bleach is coming back to complete its story. One Punch Man is coming back with season 3. Demon Slayer movies are about to come out. And there is something else I think I might be missing. Oh, Solo Leveling is going to come back. With what, season fucking 3? Like, oh, that made me very happy. I can be myself. And just you wait, because there is some people I'm going to be roasting here. Guys, my time is getting back to normal. Kids are in school. I'm finally getting my office back. My cousin found a place, so she'll be moving out of here in the next few weeks. So I'm going to be in here pumping out content on my downtime. I ain't helping clients or writing. I'm being here giving you guys content. So it's getting back to normal. I appreciate everybody being patient. So I'm about to amp it up a little bit, especially when it comes to fitness stuff, so I can get my fitness channel off the goddamn ground. So no, I haven't been on your wall yet, kinfolk. Not yet, cuz hey, take you back to high school. So that's enough about Dragon Ball. Rumors are rumors. The fans think it's coming back in 2025. I think the anime need to wait till at least 2027. I think they need to take 2026, look at what's going on right now. And if everything gets settled with the rights, if they want to go forward, they're going to have to do some serious old school storytelling to complete Super. I'm talking about like Dragon Ball Z, Namek, and Saiyan Saga like brutality type fighting and shit like that to compete. Because yes, Dante, Dragon Ball has fell the fuck off. Now, let's talk about WWE. So, SummerSlam just happened. All right. And I went to the main event. Okay. And I was asked in my last live stream, do I think Seth Rollins will hurt? If you watch my video when I went to SummerSlam, I believe that he was faking, but I also said if he was hurt, then I wished him well. And I also said, but if he's faking, it's going to be the greatest ruse in WWE history. So he went on Rich Eisen the following day and said that he's hurt, legitimately hurt. So at that point, I changed my tune a little bit, but I didn't stop checking back with that, going on Google saying Seth Rollins injury. He claimed they were going to go to LA to get checked out. Nothing never came out. So when SummerSlam happened this past weekend, I went online and I checked. Didn't see no updates about Seth Rollins. So I assumed he was going to cash in. And wouldn't you know it, he cashed in. Now, I'm going to be blunt with you. Even though a lot of fans, for some odd reason, was shocked about that, I found that to be disappointing. That you had to fake an injury just to get over on CM Punk. And that alone should diminish your character. Okay? It was like the corniest fucking thing I ever seen. I'm trying to understand why you had I got you, brother. What I'm trying to understand is why would you have to fake an injury when you have the Money in the Bank briefcase? We all believe here in Atlanta that Goldberg was going to be Gunther and that you going to cash in on old ass Goldberg. But obviously, plans change. And if I had to assume, I'm assuming Goldberg didn't want his. I hate when I get spam messages. I believe Goldberg didn't want to be. Oh, hey, congratulations, cuz that's you. I'm about to say, who the fuck is this? Congratulations. Hey, look out, cuz congrats. I gotta lock your number. I'm gonna lock you in. Congratulations. Oh, that's good shit. Good shit. But back to what I was saying. Oldberg, okay. I believe he didn't want to take that fall, win a championship, then got to give up Seth Rollins. So I guess he wanted to go out on his own terms because everybody, including me, the consensus in that building was like, Seth Rollins cashing in on Goldberg. It makes the perfect sense. Goldberg being Gunther, spear the shit out of him, and then you cash in on with Goldberg, and you walk out, and then you got the title. You got what you want. I'm gonna talk about LA Knight in a second. But I digress. So when you faked an injury, we knew somewhere along the way plans had to change. So that makes the most obvious sense. And that gave Goldberg his way to go out. Now, you got CM Punk and Roman Reigns pissed off at Heyman, really. In itself, but at Heyman. Now, before I dive into that, let's address what happened to John Cena at like his third fucking SummerSlam. All right, let's just get this shit out the way. I knew somebody was going to come back. I'm thinking the final boss because John Cena wanted to go fucking goddamn back to being the good guy. No, I'm from Texas. So I'm thinking, okay, that's a big disrespect to The Rock, right? You sold your soul to The Rock, but now you're going to be this good guy type shit. So me and my wife, we were watching. I'm thinking The Rock's going to come out because I believed that Cody wasn't going to win the belt, at least not outright clean. All right. I believe if Cody would have won, it would have been some underhanded tactics, right? But obviously that didn't work. Cody actually beat him. It was a no disqualification match. It was a street fight, essentially. And Cody won the match after like 47 fucking minutes. They fall around the motherfucking arena. Okay. And I'm sitting there, Cody's a 2-time WWE champion, which I'm not too thrilled about that because, you know, I kind of wanted Cena to hold the belt, but I think what's going to end up happening is he might come back and try to get it one more time. But if he doesn't, he can go out and say, I'm a 17-time world champion. But The Rock is going to play a part in this somewhere. The Rock. They're going to have to do a Rock Cena 3. And that's why I thought Cena was going to hold that belt for. Rock Cena 3. Think about it, guys. Rock beat Cena at 28, WrestleMania 28. Then Rock gave Cena the title at WrestleMania 29. Guess where? At MetLife. He passed the torch to Cena. So they're 1-1. So I'm thinking, okay, Cena's going to hold the fucking title. And The Rock's going to come back and take it because Cena's going to start getting disrespectful towards The Rock. Going to blatantly act like that The Rock didn't help him get the title. You know, all type of shenanigans, right? Yeah, yeah. So anywho, Cody got the title. He gets out the ring. Cena's sitting there. Everybody's chanting, thank you, Cena, and all that bullshit, right? And I'm thinking, okay, something's going to happen. They still have some time. I'm thinking The Rock's going to come out. Like, the final boss is going to come out and probably beat Cena's ass, and that's going to set up Cena Rock as Survivor Series or some shit like that. Nope. We hear, and here come Brock Lesnar. Now, I said it on my main event fucking video as well because they made reference to the next big thing at the main event when Paul Heyman spoke on what's his fucking face? Scott Steiner's fucking nephew. Braun Breaker. Call him the next big thing. And then we started hearing Brock's name being tossed around. I think Michael Cole said something about Brock Lesnar the last time Cena won a title or whatever during SummerSlam. So to hear Brock's name and reference, I'm thinking, okay, they're talking about Brock again. But Brock, I don't think Brock's coming back no time soon because of what's going on with that case. But the female, I think, pulled the case back a few weeks ago. So nothing happened with Brock. I mean, we found out he may be in a piss play type shit, watching women pee. But I mean, look at Diddy. Look at the diddler. It's amazing what people are like nowadays. I mean, the internet and pornography is a hell of a fucking drug. Keep your kids off the shit. Watch old school shit. You know, just basic shit. Get your kids off the shit. Anyway, I digress. What's up, Sam? Good to see you, man. And I'm waiting for your upcoming stream as well. So this is the third time that Brock Lesnar done came out and beat Cena up at SummerSlam. I think he did in 2010. I think he did in 2021. And he just did it again. I'm like, is this like an Undertaker thing where Brock comes back at SummerSlam and just suplex City John Cena, but this time he just F5'd him. But now, after Brock and Cena have their match in a few weeks, what's next for Brock Lesnar? Now, Heyman, that's Heyman's guy. And Paul Heyman been prancing Braun Breaker around like he's the next big thing. So I'm going to go on a limb and say that after John Cena and Brock have a fight, I'm expecting Brock Lesnar to go after Braun Breaker. And then I expect Brock Lesnar to go after Seth Rollins. Just to spike Paul Heyman. That's what I expect to happen. And I expect Brock Lesnar, based on all the fans' reaction, I expect Brock Lesnar to win the title. Only to find out that Paul Heyman was setting up Brock Lesnar return just so he can take down Seth Rollins and get the title and do all that betrayal shit that Paul Heyman normally does. Exactly, Brandon. You remember that shit? So that's what I expect to happen with Brock Lesnar. I don't expect Brock to fuck with Cody Rhodes no time soon. As a matter of fact, if you want me to be honest with you, whenever Roman and CM Punk and Seth Rollins have their match, probably at Clash in Paris, real fucking soon, that triple threat, because we know it's gonna be a triple threat. Whenever they have that match, we know Seth Rollins is gonna hold that belt. And I think after that, Punk and Cody's gonna get it on. That's what I believe. I think Punk is gonna go that way and fuck with Cody, right? Leaving the door open for Brock Lesnar to tear up some shit. Okay. Which, if I'm a betting man, if we don't get Rock to come back and do the Cena thing, and if Cena don't get the belt back to give Rock some incentive to have a fucking match, then I expect Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar for like the third time at WrestleMania 42 in Vegas. I expect that they might go that way. They might go that fucking way. We'll see, though. We shall see. Besides all that, I'm surprised that Jade Cargill didn't win the title. Well, I don't know why I am, but I am. I thought she was going to beat Tiffany Stratton, but they didn't. That fucking Becky Lynch match, that was a horrible match with that Valkyrie chick with the wing shit. It was a lot of fucking crazy ass mistakes made in that match. The same could be said for Charlotte Flair and what's her face, Alexa Bliss winning the titles. It was a mismatched chemistry in those matches. Solo beating Jacob Fatu surprised the fuck out of me. That surprised the fuck out of me. I thought Jacob was gonna win that fucking fight, but that surprised the fuck out of me. Dominic Mysterio winning, especially with the Eddie Guerrero shit. That was awesome. That was awesome. The tag match was okay, and that was mainly it. That's mainly why I paid attention to. Now, LA Knight, and then we're gonna move on to beef in the fitness industry, because I gotta talk a little bit about Greg Doucette a little bit, and the other shenanigans going on in the fitness industry right now. LA Knight. Should LA Knight be a world champion? Now, if I recall, LA Knight wasn't he in AEW for a while. I think he was in TNA too. I think he was a while back. He's a good guy. I mean, he has a Shawn Michaels swagger with a Stone Cold attitude. His gimmick is a little blend of both. Do I think, though, he has the push behind him to become a champion? Because it's all about sales. Yeah, he was in TNA. That's what I thought. It's all about sales. And I think he was TNA. Was he a TNA television champion or TNA world champion at least once? At least once. But it's going to be about sales and what you can and what product you're going to present to the fans. Okay. I think LA Knight, this fucking guy. No, you touch yourself. I think LA Knight could be a decent champion. I just don't see LA Knight winning the title right now, because he's gonna have to overcome the momentum that Seth Rollins have right now, that Cody Rhodes have right now. Shit, you can even argue Sami Zayn is starting to creep up the ladder. Dominic Mysterio got a little more fanfare. So there are a lot of names out there right now that's they're just a tad bit above him. Cena's there. Gunther's on hiatus. He's on hiatus. You gotta look at if Kevin Owens come back. So right now, LA Knight is still in the middle of the pack. He was a good U.S. champion, but I don't see him being a world champion right now. I think Jey Uso might get the title back before LA Knight even get the title. Is Super Saiyan 5 coming? I know you didn't mean no harm, man. I mean, you be on my live stream sometimes. I know. Super Saiyan Blue is Super Saiyan 5. If you go through the transformations, Super Saiyan Blue is technically Super Saiyan 5. If you go through Super, if you look at the transformations in Super, after 3 is Super Saiyan Gods, right? The red, that's your 4. Blue is technically 5. Yes. Hey, I love the Hiei. Hiei is my favorite character from Yu Yu Hakusho. And listen, they need to bring that shit back. While they bullshitting, he bring back Yu Yu Hakusho. Bring that back. Listen, I will binge watch Yu Yu Hakusho and never get tired of Yusuke Urameshi. Bring that back. Hiei is the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Yes, he is. He's the GOAT. I don't give a fuck. No, Hiei is the shit. But that's my take on LA Knight. That's my take. But yeah, to answer your question about Super Saiyan 5, if they give Goku a different transformation, if they ever bring back Super, let's get that out there. If they ever bring back Super and they want to give Goku one final transformation just so he can be on par with Frieza, because I still believe that that's going to be a Gogeta fight based on what we've seen in Brawley. That's my belief. If they want to debut a different form, that will be the time to do it. In my humble opinion, that will be the time to do it. But speaking of cartoons, yeah, he did use his feet a lot in the old Dragon Ball Z. Did any of y'all see the King of the Hill reboot? I watched all 10 episodes on Hulu on Monday. I mean, some people's giving it a bad. Yeah, I actually enjoyed King of the Hill, the reboot. I hate that Johnny Hardwick, the original Dale voice actor, died. Then Jonathan Joss got killed in San Antonio. So, we lost those two. Brittany Murray and Tom Petty been dead. So you can hear the changes. Yeah, it is, right? That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. So that world title in TNA is technically a legitimate world championship. So he's a one-time world champion. Speaking of which, ESPN acquired the rights to WWE and the NFL Network. Fucking ESPN is all over the fucking place. So I'm anxious to see season 2 of the reboot when it comes out. So it was pretty damn good. I love how they mainstream everything. I didn't understand why Hank went to Saudi Arabia, but they somewhat explained that during the season. But it starts off with Hank coming back from Saudi Arabia, him and Peggy, old as fuck, of course, on retirement. Hank can't pee on the plane, been in the fucking bathroom for like hours trying to pee. So it started off fucking funny as shit. Then you see big ass fucking Bill stuck in his house, look like a fucking fucking walrus going through I don't know, hibernation, I guess you can call. Boomhauer has a stepson. Dale is still Dale. Nancy and John Redcorn is in business together, but John Redcorn still banging Nancy. Con and Man done divorced, but they still Shaq. And I'm not gonna go through and ruin everything. Bobby and Joseph are roommates. Connie hooked up with what's that fuck? The guy, the little kid used to bully Bobby. Fucking what's that guy name, man? Con, Super Nuisance Phones, fucking Ted was son of Son's son. So it's good to look at. If you guys want to check it out, go check it out. I don't want to ruin the whole season, but the season is fun. Now, let's talk about the fitness industry and then some NFL, and then I'll be done. How do I believe Ultra Ego Vegeta will fare against Jiren? I'm gonna be honest with you, my brother. That's one thing I am. I'm a blunt, honest motherfucker. You know me on this chat better than anybody else. I think Vegeta still would have got his case clapped because he's Vegeta. Us Vegeta fans, see, Vegeta being a main character. I want you guys to understand what I'm about to say. Not the subsidiary characters. I'm talking about a main character. Not the Ginyu Force. Not no henchman. Not no underling. Not Topo. I'm talking about main character. Like the main antagonist in the storyline. If Vegeta would have beat Jiren, then what was the point of having the tournament when we all knew the tournament was for Goku to win? So even with Ultra Ego and Vegeta being able to take punishment and then turn it back around on Jiren, I still believe he would have got annihilated. Even with Spirit Fission, I still believe they would have gave the edge to Jiren. Vegeta can't have a substantial fucking victory. Him beating a main antagonist is not going to happen. Ever. It's either Goku or fucking Gohan. And it sucks. Because if you want to know the truth, Vegeta is like the best character in all of the franchise. Even though he's done dialed it down a little bit, he's like the best in all of the franchise. Yeah, exactly. Piccolo will fucking have a main antagonist fucking victory before fucking Vegeta. Piccolo. Okay, let's talk about beef in the fitness industry. And one Greg Doucette. Now, Greg, if you're watching, because I don't want to waste too much time on you, because I want to talk about some NFL and maybe try to react to a couple of things. I know Randall sent me a video on my Discord. I'm going to check it out before I think about putting it on the air. But listen, Greg, my boy, you've been going in. No Vaseline, no lube. Your whole channel done became a walking ad for testosterone. Nature's ass plant. Okay? You think you done vindicated yourself from trying to scam people. Like Kent No Dumbass, which I done made a video like last year, debunking your Turk and hey, it's from Uzbekistan. It's from, you couldn't find Uzbekistan on the fucking map. Okay? And trust me, I've been to the Middle East for different reasons. Combat reasons. You claim that other fitness influencers that sell subs can't source where you're getting your shit from. I wouldn't put anything in my mouth that came from Uzbekistan. Zero. Okay? Period. Point fucking blank. But you mean tell me people like, I don't know, if Jeff Cavalier wanted to source some legit testosterone, he can't find it in Uzbekistan? If a Mark Lobliner wanted to fucking source some real testosterone, he couldn't find it in Uzbekistan? If Derek for more dates, more plates, as famous as he is, the Lion-ass Liver King, as famous as he is, Sean Nanawani, the same guy that you tried to roast, you made yourself look real fucking stupid, by the way. And I can go on and on and on and on. You mean tell me that they can't do what you did with the amount of money that they have? And you don't even trust your product, because if you did, you wouldn't be offering money back guarantees with a 50% half off on another purchase. What the fuck little scam thing you trying to run? If your shit was as good as creatine or as good as Viagra for dead dick motherfuckers, you wouldn't be doing a money back guarantee. Then you trying to get the shit sourced for America. I don't know if you watch the economy down here, but you will go bankrupt down here because your shit in Canada is like $90 a fucking bottle. And with the tariffs in America right now, you won't make jack shit. And not because so much of tariffs, because ain't nobody gonna want to put that shit in the shop. Ain't no, I rather buy shit from that lying ass Dr. Jim Stephan if I buy some shit from you. And you don't even need Turk to build muscle. Because we all know in order to build muscle, you have to go to the gym, lift weights, do enough volume with intensity. And then it's what you do when you get out the gym. Like, I don't know, try to get some type of form of protein in you. You know, make sure you're getting proper hydration, managing your stress. You know, bust nuts or go to sleep or go outside and work. Manage your stress and rest. And then over time, for natural lifters, they will start to see some changes. But it's hard work. And yeah, dead dig motherfuckers. Because Greg you said, let's face it, if it wasn't for your TRT injections, your strudel wouldn't produce shit. And I think that's why you go on this tirade all the fucking time. You lied and say Togi got AIDS. You want drama so bad. But see, you're not going after the right people to get you drama back. You're trying to stir up some beef, but you're not going after the right fucking people, Greg. You're not going after the right people that hit you where it hurt, Greg. See, you're going after people that got too much at stake to lose. Or the ones that just don't care. You're not going after people that don't have nothing better to do than to clap back at your punk ass. See, you ain't fucking stupid. I gotta give you that. You keep comparing yourself to natural lifters with this Turk shit. I remember when you couldn't get your TRT and you were crying like a bitch. Oh my God, I can't get my testosterone. But you sell test boosters. I know they don't do the same thing as testosterone that you take. It doesn't bind to receptors and all that shit. I get it. I understand that. But shouldn't it help to balance out your cortisol, to keep your test cortisol ratio about balance? And maybe over time, if you let your balls come out of retirement, let them come back, then you'll be all right. See, you fucked your nuts up to get rich, and then you try to act like you this saint, and then you want to talk about everybody else that does the same shit you do, by the way, because, well, I don't know, maybe because they might be better than you, like a Sam Sulek, that's one example. The twins, that's another example. Young kids with good physiques hopping on the needle because of people like you. Yes, people like you constantly talking about shit on their channel and saying you don't condone it, but then you want to blame the parents. See, I'm a parent. You don't have kids. You like vegan gains. You got sheep and animals and pigs in your house. And that Marvin guy, we all know that guy likes dick. Everybody can see it. You mean tell me you so desperate to try to sell your Turk that you got a guy that want to try to use science to solidify why Turk is better than anything else out there? It's better than fish oils and shit, right? There are just things that just don't work. Now, I'm taking test boosters. All right? I take the alpha male fucking test booster shit. Send my fucking thing in there. Test boosters isn't going to help me build a lot of muscle. What's inside of test booster like zinc and boron, stuff that your body produces naturally from foods and shit, trace minerals and shit, that helps in part to produce testosterone. They put that in those pills to help raise your natural production of that in your body so you can produce testosterone to keep your cortisol level balanced. That aids in recovery. So I can get my ass back into the gym and train again without needing so much rest, because I'm a volume junkie. I like a lot of volume. But the trade from that is longer recovery. So to blunt some of that because of the cortisol response to stress, Greg, I know you know this. Stay with me. If you don't, get a book or Google and read. The test boosters help to blunt your cortisol, to keep it balanced so you can recover faster. That's it. Faster recovery means to more training days create more opportunity for protein muscle synthesis to occur, right? mTOR, that type of shit, right? If you're doing everything else right, hydration, eating and sleeping, so you can start to build muscle. It's not going to put on 50 fucking pounds of muscle like actual steroids do. Now, if your turkey is doing that shit, aid in recovery, then you may have a legitimate argument for recovery. It's not going to increase your overall strength unless you are getting the proper amount of rest, the proper amount of nutrients for recovery, so your muscles can start to grow, so your nervous system can adapt faster. That's why you take B12, right? For nervous system function. That's one. Or you can take a little bit of magnesium as well. Any electrolyte will help with the nervous system for the most part. But as long as your nervous system learns the motor skill patterns of what you're doing and the body adapts to what you're doing over time, especially for newbie lifters, very quickly, within a week or two, they'll know their strength start to go up, depending on if they're doing the same repetitive lifts or not, period. And even if they're not doing it as often, if they train one muscle group for 1 week, then give it a week off and go back, they should be a little bit stronger. That's not a byproduct of what they're taking. That's just the body adapting from the stress and the increased adrenaline from the nervous system, because we tax the sympathetic nervous system, Greg, not the parasympathetic. The sympathetic nervous system is what's being attacked while we train. The fight, flight, or freeze nervous system, Greg. The rise of adrenaline to increase your heartbeat, so you can push so you won't get crushed by weight. The body remembers that, so it makes changes. So unless turkeys really increase in that aspect, they're not going to put on 10 pounds of muscle like you claim you put on taking that shit. So you're not coming up the right fucking people with common sense. Derek don't want to fuck with you because you're beneath Derek. Jeff Cavalier don't want to waste breath on you. Now you on Jeff Nipper. Even Jeff Nipper don't want to deal with you. That honey badger don't want to deal with you. He don't want to deal with you. And Jeff Nipper got bigger fish to fry. Because a lot of people's mad with Jeff Nipper for that natty or not video he did with Husan and the other goddamn guy. Now listen. And Jeff said in his video, but people didn't care for that at the end. There is a strong chance that they probably took some shit and got off of shit and waited a while and then had their blood work did. You can fake a test real goddamn quick and pass one if you know how to get off your dosage. And I believe that's what a couple of them did. But then you got people that are just genetic freaks, and if they is, hats off to them. But this I'm gonna fuck with fucking Jeff Nipper because it's Jeff Nipper, and Jeff Nipper's not gonna clap back. Well, I'm gonna fuck with Jeff Cavalier because believe it or not, Jeff Cavalier is the fitness go-to channel. The dude has like 14 fucking million subscribers. See, you want Jeff status of shit, but you're gonna buy it the wrong way. And your brother, Eric Steve, the barking chihuahua that be in your comment sections and trying to clip shit, man, y'all in y'all 40s act like y'all in y'all fucking 20s and teens trying to edit shit and make fun of shit. It makes your videos look real fucking corny. And I don't know if you got this homophobia thing with Mike Israel, but it's getting kind of weird. Like you got a man crush on Mike Israel. Hey, what's up, Tyler? Hope you're having a good day too. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like you have a fucking man crush on Mike Israel. And listen, if you swing that way, swing low, sweet cherry out. Not judging you. You like what you like. But I'm trying to understand before I get off of you, because I want to talk about some NFL and get the fuck off here. I got to check out with him. But I will be back next week. Same time, same place. With another stream, motherfuckers. I'm getting back to work. I'm getting back to work with a lot of other shit, too. My vacation over with. Kids back to school. I got more free time now. Yeah, I'm about to get ready to travel again. I got to fly this weekend to Texas for a funeral. Let me get one thing. Let me try to, hey, what's up, Panther? Let me try to understand something. You're so insecure that you have to try to pick and start beef. What caused all that? Is it because, Allie left? Now you got Instagram. And listen, if you're not careful, she'll leave too. Because it seemed to me you like to prioritize other men before your woman. I'm just putting it out there, Greg. Literally. I understand it's your business on social media. But you have this thing about you. I can't quite figure it out. You talk about men daily, Greg. Daily. You got all that nice, fine, pharmaceutical built piece of ass in your house. Even when y'all go on vacation, you just have to get on your goddamn phone, the video thing, and make a fucking video. Still serving up that hot piece of pharmaceutical built ass in your presence, Greg. Women get tired a lot of times of having their attention cut down. Now, I've been married going on 19 fucking years. So I'm speaking from experience. See, women don't like having their attention cut the fuck down for other motherfuckers, especially those of the opposite gender. It's one thing if you were talking about a lot of women on your channel, but every day it's Sam Sulik, the twins, Togi, Mike Israel, Michael Hearn. I can keep going the fuck on. What would you? You mentioned Derek like he's going out of style. The Liver King. Jeff Nipper. Now you in it with Brian Shaw, the world's strongest, the 4-time world's strongest man. You try to beef with Eddie Hall, which we know Eddie is psycho. It's like you got a man crush for The Rock. Every video you trying to push your horrible ass subs. Yeah, she is a pharmaceutical beast. Motherfucker had breast implants, cheek implants, ass implants. You can look at it and tell. Hey, but if he like it, I love it. He should be tapping that pharmaceutical built ass. She's a dentist. She got money. That's what I would be doing. Fuck. Look, ain't no homie over. Who remember the Boondocks? Ain't no homie over hoes. It's hoes over homies. Pussy come first, motherfucker. Because if you ain't gonna fuck it, somebody out there will. Rico Suave will come in and fuck that pharmaceutical built ass. Fuck shit out of him. She'll leave you. She'll be gone. Just like Alex. I had to get away because Greg put cameras in my face all the time. I want to be a motherfucking camera all the fucking time. All I'm gonna say is this, man. You gonna keep on picking with people, man. Listen, I'm your biggest mosquito, Greg. I'm your biggest mosquito. Because remember you call everybody mosquitoes, us little small channels? I'm your biggest mosquito. But the mosquito don't lie. The mosquito is only telling you what he sees. Your channel used to be interesting. Now it's about as bad as fucking Jason Blahau vegan fucking games. Unbearable to fucking watch. Vegan games, even though he's insufferable, he's actually quite entertaining. If you get a little drunk or a little high and you want to just pay attention to a doofus. Listen, I'm going to talk about some football, man. I'm leaving you with this, Greg. That McLaren you got. See, time's gonna get hard, man. You gotta do better. Because we know the lifestyle you live requires you to keep out on views. You don't even trust your own products. So it's money off, cash back, full refund. That's not how we do business, Greg. Businessmen don't offer no refunds a lot of time unless they know they shit ain't gonna be worth the fuck. Is that why you got the Derek? Because Derek's still outselling you in product? Even though it's China Turk? If it came from the West, like your Turk, you do realize that Uzbekistan is part of Asia, right? You do realize that, right? I mean, let me slow it. Let me dumb it down from you. Let me dumb that down for you. Matter of fact, let me just do this here. I do this here. Let's see how good you know geography before I talk about some NFL real quick. There we go. Actually, it's in Central Asia. So I'm going to share this screen because I want you, Greg, to understand that it's a part of Asia. You know that country you call fucking China. No, China is part of Asia, right? It's part of that same continent, right? So it's a country in Central Asia. I just want you to, I'm gonna make this really big. You can see it. I just want you to understand that. So since it's in Asia, Greg, right? Since it's in Asia, that means that fake Turk that you be saying people get fake Turk from China. Well, how you know that China get theirs from Uzbekistan? Why? Because you got tests. You claim you got everybody shit sourcing tests. That's bullshit. Asia is Asia. I'm married to an Asian. She's Japanese, but I'm married to an Asian. Asia is Asia. You just don't fall too high off your high horse, Greg. Because there's a whole bunch of piranhas waiting to eat your ass up. Or as my boy, Shot John Bravo, always call you motherfuckers, piece of shit, shamutas. Musini, motherfucker. How's your life? That's all I got to say to you, Greg. Find your itty-bitty shrunken nutsack. Pull them down. Pull on your vas deafeners to help stimulate some man juice down there. And tighten up, Greg. You sound like a whining female that's on a constant period. Telling you what you need to hear, Greg, not what you want to hear. You can be more successful. Because guess what? You got more money than me, but I'm not hurting. Hard times, but not hurting. You can be way more successful if you stop trying to cause beef for everybody, Greg. Don't end up like Pig Watson. Because it could happen. It could happen. All right, NFL talks. And then I got to get out of here, but we'll be back next week, same time, motherfuckers. Next week, Wednesday, right here, same time. gonna try to shoot some content too, so I can show you guys some content before I come back, so I can show it to you on the live stream. Anyway, I want to talk about my Falcons. I know you guys know preseason starts on Friday, and I don't know who your teams are in my chat, but I know who the fuck mine is. The Atlanta fucking Falcons. Now, normally, I come on here and I say a lot of shit about my Falcons. And it seems like every year, these boys right here, every year, they can't find the promised land. I got about 15 minutes top, so I'm gonna recap some stuff from last season, and the season before that, and the season before that. Last year, I'll get to your ass in a minute, motherfucker. I'll get to your ass in a minute. Last year, Falcons, first game, I think I pissed off the Steelers field goal kicker. You guys know I did flag crew the first game. I did tell their kicker was Boswell fucking thing to get out the way, run his ass over because we're opening up the flag and he ain't moving fast enough. So run his ass over. Fuck him. He still doing our shit. Run it over. Get him out of the way. I think I pissed him off because he kicked 6 fucking field goals. Okay. They won by kicking field goals. I want you guys to understand that. Kirk Cousins stayed what? Well, he wasn't a shotgun. Yeah, he wasn't a shotgun. Stayed shotgun the whole time. We couldn't do shit. Then Kansas City came to town. Some chicken shit cheese. We lost to the Steelers. But then the chicken shit cheese come to town. Okay? I went to every home game last year. Okay? With me. Everything was going good. Then Kyle Pitts get a blatant pass interference in the end zone. No flag. Wow, what the fuck? Gave the Chiefs the game, but I'm glad they got their ass kicked and the arrow stuck up about them Eagles. Okay? We fast forward. I don't understand how the Chargers came in here, them Energizer bunnies. And Kirk Cousins threw 3 interceptions, 4 on my birthday. The Bills are on my birthday. I got a call during the game from a family member saying, I think I hear you. Ain't you yelling, air it out, Kirk? Yeah, that was me. It was so quiet in the arena. I'm yelling, air it out, Kirk, air it out. And every time I say air it out, he threw a fucking interception. Chargers whooped our ass on defense. New Orleans, Koo missed 3 fucking kicks. Kirk threw an interception after hurting his shoulder. If Koo would just made 1 or 2 of those kicks, he would have won that game. Oh yeah, Koo missed a kick in the Chargers game. Had Koo made that kick, we would whoop the Chargers ass. So that's 4 games we should have won. We go to Washington Monday night football. They gave Jaden Daniels the fucking game. What did you mean? They gave him the fucking game. They called a chop block on a defender that was going down. He slipped. The field was wet. They also got a roughing the passer call. All the guy just did was give Jaden Daniels a fucking hug. And the worst thing about the whole thing is the field goal kicker Didn't have a long enough leg to get through the uprights. And Ra, why didn't you call the timeout, Ra? That's 5 games. That's 5. Right there. Instead of us being 8 and 9, you give us those 5 in the win column right there. What's 8 plus 5? 13 and 4. The year before that was the same. Desmond Ritter fumbling in the Titans end zone. They let Will Levis just him and fucking DeAndre Hopkins had a field day in secondary. Just raped us. The Cardinals and the Vikings on a 4th and 15 and a 4th and 25. We couldn't sack E.T. looking at Joshua Dobbs and that fucking Chi bird ass Kyler Murray. So we let the Minnesota Verbs come to Atlanta with a guy that just left Arizona, and we couldn't stop E.T. here in Atlanta. The Verbs came here and just whooped the ass with a guy that didn't even know the playbook. Kyler Murray come off of injury, get his team back. We go to Arizona. It should have been an easy win. But we let the Chi Birds of Arizona on a 4th and 25. They just let Kyler Murray just win the fucking game. On 1st and fucking 3 or 4, Arthur Smith decides up against the Commanders to throw the ball. I thought you run on 1st downs. I sit there. Chargers came here the year for last 2. We got the ball and then fumbled the ball after they got the ball knocked out. That's 5 games right there. Instead of us being 7 and 10, you give us 5. We've been 12 and 5. The year before that, what's up, Danny? The year before that, Mariota fucked up first game of the year. Fumble against the Saints in the end zone. Then on fucking 3rd and 2, he threw a fucking interception in the end zone against the Steelers. Gave them the game. Just let Kenny Pickett and them just come down here and win again. I don't know what the fuck happened up in D.C. in the rain. Cordell Patterson had a fucking walk-in touchdown. They caught a flag instead of us doing it the same play. We tried to throw it in there. Guess what happened? Interception. Then we stopped Heineke and them. So we thought on 4th down, stopped them. They go to punt the ball back, and our guy jumped in the air and slid on the rain. And guess what happened? Roughing the kicker. No, I didn't quit, man. I just been real busy, but I'm starting to get back in the groove of things. I don't even want to talk about that horrible game against the Ravens. And I don't want to talk about that horrible game against the Saints. I said I had to say this here about this season because those were heartaches to me. I witnessed all those games live and in real time. Atlanta should win the NFC South. Pen to paper. Atlanta should win the NFC South. And do I think we're going to win it? Yes. And I've been saying it every year, but every year the Bucks been stealing by. But the only thing different about this year is two things, actually. Kirk Cousins still on the roster, and I'd take a veteran quarterback any day of the year over a rookie quarterback to back up a starting rookie quarterback. We have youth that can maneuver. He has a left arm like Vic and the accuracy of, dare I say, a Tom Brady. At least in short passes. Deep balls, he's not there quite yet. He put a little bit too much velocity on the ball. I think that's what Kirk Cousins is going to shine at. We have the fourth best running back in the NFL and Bijan Robinson. I think 3 or 4 of the players last year had like fucking 600 plus yards in receiving. Everybody 8 on the receiving core of things. Only team in the NFL to do it last year, by the way. We actually got some Georgia Bulldogs that's going to, I don't know, Walker and Pierce. So come out of the goddamn quarterback, even though we done lost Grady Jarrett. That's fine. Eight and 9 is not acceptable. 9 and 8 ain't acceptable. Knows the winning record. Be first time in 7 long years. Should have happened last year, but the Panthers came here and somehow whooped our ass at the end of the game, the season last year. But said that too in the video. I got it on video. I said that, you know, at the stadium when Bryce Young walked right in front of me at the stadium, I said they look like they coming to play for real. 9 and 8 is not acceptable, guys. It's not, because believe it or not, as much as I despise the Tampa Bay Bucky O'Hares, but I despise them. They have a legitimate weapon in Baker Mayfield, and Baker Mayfield is just himself. And I think they signed Teddy Bridgewater to back up Baker Mayfield just in case Baker can't start because he has something going on with his hand, contusion or some fucking shit. They still got Mike Evans. You know, he's old and getting up out of there real soon. They got crippled ass Godwin still, but he's still a legit threat. They got that fucking Bucky Urban running back ass motherfucker out there that can run his ass off. Their defense isn't too bad. So if we sleep and don't win at least 10 to 11 games bare minimum, Bucks might just actually this time actually win a division without us sliding off the rails and giving it to them. But you know what team I'm actually more concerned with in this division this year? The fucking Panthers. The fucking Panthers. If anybody that actually watched football paid attention last year, the last 5 games of the season for the Panthers, I think they won 3 out of 5. They was actually starting to get it together, and they got virtually the same fucking team with some added goodies. So if there's any team I'm worried about really in this division that might be a thorn in our sides, it's the Panthers. They might be the deciding factor once again, even though we kind of dropped that ball in Washington. Had we beat Washington and the Panthers would have beat us, they decided our playoff potential. Because we all knew the Saints wasn't going to beat the Bucks. So when we lost to Washington, the Bucks knew they were going to the playoffs last year. The Panthers might be the team that might make it hard for us to get in, or the Bucks, depending on if we're tied or not. If they play like they played towards the end of the season last year. Saints need a prayer and the fucking vitamins and RP Hogan. I know a lot of people kind of don't like Hogan. That's fine. I like the character, the wrestler. I didn't too much care for Terry Bowler because I ain't really know who he was. I know he said the N-word, but listen, I'm an equal opportunity racist. I call you a cracker, a wetback, a sand monkey real quick. I call my own race niggas too. I don't really care for them racist words. They don't too much bother me. When I was younger, I used to, but when you get older, you realize, why the fuck do I let something that happened to my ancestors 300 years ago bother me now? When I'm not homeless, I ain't on food stamps, welfare, and I got the drive to make sure that I need to go out and get it. I go out and get it. So that's just me. You know, I think my race complains a little bit too much and still want respirations and shit that they ain't never gonna fucking get. But that's besides the point. Falcons, I'm going 12-5. Dare I say 13-4. In the first 5 games, we got 4 playoff teams that we got to play. That is the first 5 games is the hardest part of our schedule. We open up against the Bucks. Then we go play the Vikings on Sunday Night Football. Prime time. Then we got the Panthers. Then we got the Bills. And after the Bills, we got one more team. Let me look at the schedule. Let me look at the schedule. The first 5 games is our true test. Let me look at the schedule real quick. Yeah, there it is. There it is right here. There it is right here. The Commanders is the other team. The rematch against the Commanders. The Commanders come after. I'm going to show you guys our schedule. Then I'm going to talk shit about the Ravens real quick. And then I got to split, but we'll be back next week with some more good shit. Getting back to where I got to be. So, right here, guys, the very first game, I'll be at there because I'm probably doing flag detail, Falcon flag crew detail. That game right here, that's a division game. The Bucks went to the playoffs. We win that game, we won the division, and we'll be a playoff team. The following week, this is Sunday Night Football. The Vikings clapped our ass last year. They made it to the playoffs. They got a new quarterback up there, kind of a new team. But if Atlanta can pull it off, we're 2-0, done defeated 2 playoff teams. The revenge game in the division against the Panthers. The revenge game. If we win that, we 3-0, 2-0 in the division. The rematch from last year. This is the 4th year in a row we done played the fucking Commanders. If my memory serves correct. If we beat the Commanders, they made it to the NFC Championship. Keep that in mind. If we beat them, we are 4-0 and 2-0 in the division, but 1, 2, 3, 4-0 in the conference because those are NFC games, and NFC games dictates the conference wins, dictate the seeds, as well as your division games. But your division is your conference. Then we got the Bills. That's Monday Night Football. That's an intra-conference game, but if we beat the Bills and go 5-0, which I doubt, I'm not saying we're going 5-0. It's probably, I don't think so. I think one of those games we might fuck up, and it might be the Commanders or it might be the Bucks. I think we'll do good, or it could be the Bills because Bills, they got Josh Allen. You can't sleep on them. So one of these games, I think we're going to slip up on. But if we can go 5-0 and beat and knock out the 4 playoff teams, that's the hardest part of our schedule. Because guess what's left? Niners. That's another Sunday Night Football game. Dolphins. Patriots. Could be a trap game. Colts. That's overseas in Germany. Panthers again. Saints. Jets. They got what's his fucking face? Shit, that ball from Chicago came from Steelers. Goddamn. Shit. He just got hurt. Justin Fields from Georgia. Justin Fields. Seahawks, they got fucking the guy that came from the Vikings, Sam Darnold now. Good luck with that. The Bucks on my daughter's birthday in Tampa Bay. Thursday Night Football. That can be a good one. Cardinals, the Rams and the Bucks is the hardest games towards the end. I'm not gonna count the Jets though, because fucking God damn, I just said Justin Fields isn't a pushover. I ain't gonna too much count the Seahawks neither. So these 4 games right here are gonna be the hardest towards the end of the season. But there's no way Atlanta should at least go 12-5 or 13-4. Dare I say 14-3 if they play their cards right. Period. Point blank. Now, you Ravens. Now I gotta go up this. You Ravens fans. Aaron Rodgers is going to be a thorn in y'all side this year. If John Harbaugh if he can't keep Lamar Jackson in the pocket and stop trying to run him around like he's a fucking running back and let Derrick Henry do his fucking job, then y'all not going to the Super Bowl no time soon. Period. Lamar Jackson want all the attention on him. That's why the Ravens would never go to the Super Bowl. Y'all have way too much talent. Way too much talent. Y'all should went to Super Bowl 2 years ago. The Chiefs fucked y'all, though. Back in the day, they would have been a catch. That first game of the season last year, they should have been a catch. I think the NFC North, the AFC North, I think that's going to belong to the Steelers this year. It's Mike Tomlin last year. I think Mike Tomlin going to take the gloves off this year. I think the Ravens will make wild card because the Bengals and the Browns ain't doing shit this year. Bengals got too much in their drama beef, and the Browns they can't figure out their motherfucking quarterback. And Shador Sanders able to come to the NFL and do what Jaden Daniels or Mahomes or Jalen Hurts did. You know, he don't have that pause about him. So, the AFC East, I'm gonna give that to the Patriots. Actually, I don't think the Bills gonna be too much of a problem this year. For some reason, I don't think the Bills gonna win. Patriots, AFC South, Houston, AFC West, Raiders. I don't think Kansas City's gonna win a division. I think Kansas City might make the playoffs. Might, depends on how Denver or the Chargers do. But as of right now, I'm not even putting Kansas City in the playoffs. I think I picked the Broncos to go to the wild card this year. I also picked the Bills to go to a wild card this year, and the Jets in the AFC. Yeah, if not the Ravens or Jets or something like that. NFC, Atlanta's going to the playoffs this year if they play the cards right. Cowboys gonna probably be number 1 seed this year in the NFC. What? Yeah, and I can't stand them, but it's 30 years, guys. 30 years. Politics can come to play. It's been 30 years this season since the Cowboys whooped the Steelers in the Super Bowl. It's 30 long years. I think the Cowboys is going to win the division. And why do I think that? They start against the fucking Eagles. If the Cowboys beat the Super Bowl champions, my young Codios, ride the fuck out. Cowboy going to the Super Bowl. Watch. So I think Cowboys going to win the East. We going to win the South. West, I think the Rams going to win the West. The North, I'm getting to the Bears. And then wild card, I can see Green Bay, Tampa Bay, and did I pick the Giants? I don't think the Eagles going to the playoffs this year. I just don't. I think the Eagles have a hangover problem. I think they have a hangover problem. I don't see them going to the playoffs this year at all. At all. But listen, everyone, it's been fun. I got a lot on my chest. I will be back next week. Same time, same place. Might even be a little bit sooner than 12 o'clock. But I'm getting back to my normal streaming. Be on the lookout for more videos to start coming back out. Like I said, my time is starting to get back abundant now. Now that the kids are back at school and vacations over with, wife going back to work and clients are kind of going back to work. People going back to their normal lives. So that means for me, I'm going to have a little bit more downtime, a little bit more flexibility. So be on the lookout for more content, more of me. And until next live stream, you guys stay safe. And Bishop Savar Matner, I'm everyone. Oh, let me check the poll before I go. Let me check the poll. 47% believe that Dragon Ball Super should Dragon Ball Super ever come back. 47% believes yes, and 53% believes no. Damn. God damn. Well, I mean, hey, it is what it is. I don't think the bitch should come back either. But anyway, guys, until the next live stream, you guys, they say it's been Bishop Savar Matner. I'll see you guys next week. I'm everyone. Peace.